Hey everybody, Bill from Iowa. So you're going to get a couple Bill from Iowa videos out today. You know, I mentioned earlier we're going to do a video on water glass and farm eggs. We'll do that after the day's work's done and Bill's in the house and trying to relax. But there's like 160 eggs in the garage, and some of them are really clean, so we got to do something with those. But this video right here, we're going to talk about rainwater collection. So when we bought this property, everything was a shingled roof, right? Shingled roof doesn't really work well for water collection. You get them little pieces of gravel or whatever. They end up plugging up your downspouts and your gutters, and then they end up in your tank. So when we switched out all the roofs, we went to metal roofs. We went from that standard 4-inch household gutter system to the 6-inch industrial. And we installed 4 of these diverters. You know, those diverters are like $50 a piece. So I got 4 of them, got a couple hundred diverters. Then we went out and we got these 400-gallon tanks. And believe it or not, this tube that we're using to divert the water from the roof into the tank costs more than damn tanks. It's crazy. But as you can see, you know, this thing's full. She's ready to be capped off, and before we cap it off, we'll put a little chunk of chlorine in there. We've got the black panels on the sides, you know, to help prevent that algae growth. But ultimately, the chlorine will take care of that. We're probably never going to use this for drinking water, you know, even if it was a shit hit the fan scenario. This property's got 4 sand points. We've got 2 220 sand points right inside the house in the basement. In the pump room for the pool, I've got a 110 Harbor Freight shallow well sand point. I think it's like 17-18 feet. And then over here in the airplane hangar, we've got another setup. It's a little deeper. I think it's like 24 feet, but still running off the Harbor Freight. $159. Not the best, but works. But we're actually talking about converting over, because we got the 2 220 pumps, in the house. Well, in a power down situation, yeah, we can fire up the big generator and run those pumps. But if I convert one of those pumps to just a standard 110, then I can run a whole lot smaller generator and still keep the house supplied with water. There's 32,000 gallons of water in the indoor pool. So us having to use this setup to supply water probably really isn't feasible, but it's here if we need it. Ultimately, when we put this in, we've got a go-kart track in the backyard, and it takes the sand point a whole long time to pump 400 gallons of water. So when we put this system in, it was really designed so that we could water the go-kart track, and each one of these tanks will make about 5-6 laps around the go-kart track. There's 4 of these tanks on the property, so if we decide to go-kart racing on a Sunday afternoon, there's plenty of water available, and it's a whole lot quicker to transfer from a tank to a tank than pump it out of the ground. We could drink it if you wanted to. It's not filtered. There's chlorine and questionable on what was in those tanks, so not really looking forward to drinking any of that water. But this is what we got. Yeah, I know the haters are going to come out and go, oh, hey, you can't do that. It's illegal to collect rainwater, in some states. I don't know that it is in Iowa, but we live on pretty much a main road, and these things sit out for everybody to see. Not trying to hide the fact I can see the city limits from my front yard. So I'm doing it anyway until somebody tells me I have to stop, and maybe this will be the video that makes the sheriff stop by. I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's what we do. It's a pretty easy setup. Anybody can do it. You don't have to put a new roof on. You can buy those diverters at Menards, and you can get the tanks just about anywhere. You see them on Facebook Marketplace all over the place. Everybody, Bill from Iowa, video number 1. Hope you're having a great day. Thank God it has cooled down. The storms that came through, we got an inch of rain in about an hour and a half, but now it's at least manageable outside. It's Bill from Iowa. We'll talk to you later.